Everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Infected. We are just hanging out right outside this town. We're going up the east coast here. I want to get up somewhere near the water and build an outpost. Like we have one down here, but I want one like a bit further up so that we're able to loot all of these places if we have not already done that. I also want to loot here. I don't think we've done that either. I don't know if we've looted any of these places, to be honest about things, but I would definitely like to do that very soon. So I think we're gonna, build an outpost. I do have a crate here with some things in it that we could potentially need. I don't really know, honestly, if we have the ability to loot this town because I don't know exactly like what I'm looking for. The biggest thing I want to find around any town right now would be a truck or an ATV. There's some corn right there. But I'm looking around to see if I see a truck, and I don't really think I'm going to be able to loot this town at all, honestly. Just because, I don't have the room for storage. I don't have a lot of storage space. Our next task is to recover the ATV. That's what we're hopeful for, that we might actually get that done, but I don't know for sure, guys. We have a couple of bandages here. So I'm going to have to work on getting more of those as well. Let's just loot right here. Green tea and a tin. We could use that. Search the first aid kit for bandage. Lovely. Definitely not going to complain about that. Let's search the truck for some screws, an oil can, and some wire. Don't necessarily have the room for the wiring right now. So let's just head on down this direction. We're going to look for a place that would be suitable to build an outpost. And then we are hopefully going to build an outpost and do some looting in a town. I might do some more like a saw bench or something there as well. And hopefully we will be able to, get some more crates, some empty crates, have some storage in the outpost. It'll probably be a little bit bigger than the previous one. It might be a 2x2 instead of just a single foundation. But that's the goal for now, is to try to get an outpost built so that we're able to do some storage and that kind of stuff. So this video might cover a couple of days, but there will be a ton of it edited out because unfortunately I can't show everything that we're doing or the videos will be way too long. Okay, so we do have ourselves a little outpost right here between this water. I will probably leave this this cart that's here. I'll probably leave it there for the foreseeable future, but for now I'm going to take it down the street to an area. There's a town just down here so that we can kind of see if there's a truck in this town. I'm not sure, but I will definitely mark on the map where these outposts are just in the event that I forget to leave the cart there. But hopefully I don't. So let's just get down here on the map. It's just right down here. And then we will get started looting this town. And hopefully we can find the truck or the ATV. I'm fine with either of those. Not a big deal for me on which one we find, but hopefully we can find at least one. Okay, so we've made it down here. We are not in the road because there's a bear on the street. And I'm not very much interested in that bear. I am not at all interested in the bear, honestly. I would like to have the food, but unfortunately I don't have the stuff to craft a butchering station, so probably not going to happen today. Meat, I'll take that. Watermelon, I'll just eat that for now. I did have to use a first aid kit, guys. I didn't realize my health was as low as it was. I'm not quite sure why it got so low, but it did, and nonetheless I had to use one, so there's that. I did bring the cart, if you guys didn't see that. I did bring that along with a crate, a single crate. I didn't bring two. So we're going to have to start eventually being pretty picky about what we are trying to carry back with us because it will fill up super, super quickly. I am just down here basically looking for the truck. I have no idea. Like, we've not found the truck or the ATV, and I feel like we've been in every town. I know that's not the case. I know we've not been in every town, but it definitely feels that way. But hopefully we can find some first aid kits and things like that, some medical stuff, some tallow, some animal fat would be lovely. That first aid kit was definitely a wonderful find. Very, very pleased with that. Did we search everything over here? We did, and we have searched that as well. Okay, so we have searched everything. We don't need that on us. Jay says, recover the ATV. I'm trying here. I'm definitely trying to find it, but I'm not having any luck. So let's just put some of these large items away. We don't need that. We don't need this. Just throw that out and then hang on to some of the smaller stuff. We'll probably hang on to it. But for now, I am going to hang on to that first aid kit. There's another house just up here. Let's try to loot it as well. Let's get out our spear because, we're probably going to need that. Animal fat's lovely. I don't know when I ever thought I would say that in this particular game. I feel like there was an abundance of it in the past, like way too much of it, but I'm okay with finding it now, as well as the liver, 2 livers, and a watermelon. I'll eat that for now as well. Let's get in the bathroom, nothing there. Biofuel, that's not bad. Not bad loot. Not bad loot at all. Another lovely crate of loot as well. Search up here for some wires. I'm not going to take those. I know that they're probably useful and they probably have a good use. Probably going to regret not grabbing them later, but for now, I don't necessarily see that we need a ton of those. We are going to be wiring up a few things at some point. Oh, I see. That's how that works. I've been trying to figure that out. And I see that it works just by doing the other mouse key. The right mouse button instead of the left pokey mouse button. Just grab that out. The spear. Another first aid kit. I'm not complaining about those. The baked potato is nice, since we didn't bring anything like that with us. Hey there, zombie. How's it going? How are you guys? How's your mom and them? Whoa. So does that help at all? Like, okay. Lovely. So it does help, right? I don't know. Our health is pretty low. Okay, we have a need for a bandage. That's okay. Our health is very low at this point. Probably not going to take that with us. Let's just put everything away over there that we can into that as well. There should be another zombie or Bambi or whatever they're called these days. Take the feathers. That guy's just over there hanging out. He can do his own thing. We are not too concerned with him. It is starting to get pretty late in the day, but that's okay. We're going to loot this town. Then we're going to try to head off to another town. Probably going to do this over a couple of days simply because we did have to, build the outposts and that kind of stuff. And I didn't really want to bore you guys with that stuff. But we did have to do that. So there was that. Let's see what we got in here. Hopefully something lovely. Not too great. Some medical stuff in the medicine cabinet would have been lovely instead of some screws. But, I guess you have to screw those things up to the wall. So, there's that. Maybe there'll be something great over here, like a first aid kit or something. Nah. The plastic's not horrible. I mean, those electrical parts and mechanical parts aren't bad either. Let's just grab all of the animal fat. I'll take the cloth. Take you and you. And then you. And then I'm going to leave some of this lead behind because I don't feel like we need all of it. And I would like to finish looting this town before we get too heavy with loot. Come here and let me stabby you. Well, I was hitting the right button. Stabby button would work. Okay. The truck is empty. There is no cart up here yet. I feel like we've been to this town. I don't know. Maybe we have been. Maybe we have not been. But that's okay. We're going to loot it today and figure out what we've got in here and what we don't have and all of those lovely, lovely things. Baked potato, we'll take it for later. We might get hungry later. No pumpkin seeds for this girl. Take that. Hopefully there's something lovely in the first aid kit, like a first aid kit. That was a lovely find. Very, very nice. I'll take that. The iron would be lovely if I had a forge to smelt it down in. I've searched all of that. That is empty. How do I get back out of here? I go this direction. There's not usually a ton of things in these smaller little POIs like this one. Usually, well, there is potentially a tech page. We have 5 tech pages. So there's not a ton of those left for us to find because, you know, we found most of them already. Okay, let's go over to the last and final house. How heavy are we? Not too bad at the moment. We'll take the water and that stuff. So I've not been to this particular town yet because we did find that tech page and I don't feel like we would have found that if we've already been here before. Kevlar's nice. Take the can. No first aid there. That's okay. I'll take the nails for sure. I'll take the oil cans, the biofuel, and the screws. We got up here some plastic parts. I'll definitely grab those. I'll craft myself a cooler overnight for the livers and that kind of stuff, the meat, so that it doesn't go bad super, super quickly. Finding the fat in those first aid kits is not bad because we can still craft first aid kits, but we do need a few more items in order to do that. So with this particular, we have 5 pages. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things left. So we need 4 more tech pages, which I don't feel like is horrible. We could potentially find that stuff fairly easily. Okay, I'll put you guys away in here. And I think that'll be it for now. So let's just get back up to our outpost. I think it's the other direction, honestly. It is. It's over this direction. So we're going to get back down to our outpost. We may head back over here tomorrow or up here. I don't feel like we've looted all of these towns. I don't even remember if we've came through here or not. But I feel like we should hit this town up, this one, and this one as well. This one will be on the way home, of course, because we do live right here. So having this outpost here would be lovely for, you know, these eastern towns, that kind of stuff. But it is what it is, guys. We have lots and lots of loot that we could potentially, you know, bring home. Okay, let's harvest this guy. Let's take that. And let's grab our cart again and get over to the outpost. Okay, y'all. I know it's super dark. It's very early in the morning. It's 3:20 a.m. I wanted to head out to another town. Unfortunately, I timed it a little too early, so we didn't necessarily need to leave as early as we did. But there is a little town over here. I know it's super dark, guys. I get it. I don't really want to spend a lot of time like wasting time. I want to try to hunt what we need, get what we need done, actually done, and hopefully we can get what we need found today. And I don't think it's going to happen, but that doesn't mean we're not going to continue trying to find what we need. An ATV, a truck. We already know where the ATV trailer is. It's just a matter now of getting the ATV, which is, you know, the super important part, because we can have all the ATV trailers we want we don't have an ATV, it's not very useful for us. Come on. Thought I used a bandage already, or a first aid kit, so they've done a lot of damage to me. What's going on? Why is this not working? Like, I've used 5 bandages here already. I want to use 1. Why do I need to confirm? Like, what's going on with that? I don't know what to do here. Maybe this is broken? So let me save the game, back out of the game, get back in here, and try to heal myself appropriately. Darn it. I don't want to repair this guy. I would like to, you know, poke him with a pokey stick. Okay, so let's see. We can heal ourselves now with 1 bandage. So I'm not sure what that, if that was a bug. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay, so let's get down in here, loot all this stuff. I don't think there's going to be a ton of loot down here, but whatever will work. Not that big of a deal for me. Take the egg, even though I'm going to throw it out. Lovely. More bottled water and a liver. Okay, let's get in here. Super, super dark, guys. I know I do not have the proper head protection on to be able to see with the light. Yeah, that was creepy. I thought I heard the door close and then open immediately. Super, super scary. I need that first aid kit desperately, so let's just use that. Make sure we're not bleeding out. Probably should move my cup so I can see that particular part of my screen, because I do have some Gatorade hanging out here on my desk. I'm feeling very well today, and hydration is super important. Okay, so baked potato. We don't need them, but we're gonna grab them anyway. We have 9 tech left to unlock, and we have 6 tech pages found now at the moment. Not horrible, not complaining, none of that stuff. Cucumber, not bad, we'll take it. Food is food. Let's just grab the egg and biofuel and all the loveliness that is loot. Check the toilet for, you really can't check the toilet, but you know, if there was toilet water and all that stuff, I would probably take it anyway, even though it would probably need to be, you know, boiled for cleanliness and that kind of stuff. But either way, guys, let's just grab whatever we can grab. I know that took a weird turn, and for that, I do apologize. Okay. I think we've looted everything in here. Let's just check the backyard, just to be sure that there's nothing truly going on. You know what we didn't do in the last little area that we were in? There was a place in the backyard, I think, of one of those, on one of the sides of the street that had a little outbuilding in the back. I feel like we didn't go in there. You know what? We might swing back through there on the way home today, or on the way to the outpost, sorry, and see if we can, you know, just make sure we've looted everything and looked for everything. No ATVs around here. No trucks around here either. Not cool. Not cool at all. Nothing over here either. Okay. So what we're going to do is, in the next episode, we're going to continue, you know, looking for this. I don't really know exactly where all we need to search, but I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to look, you know, in every town. Even if we find all the tech pages, I want that truck. Desperately need the truck. I need the ATV. I don't need the ATV as much as I would love to have the truck, but, you know, I'll take whatever I can get at this point. I'm tired of walking. I know that they say these boots are made for walking. I'm tired of doing it. So maybe we can, I don't know, maybe I'll eat that potato. Yeah, I think that'll help a tiny bit. Cucumber. They give us some hydration. Corn, not so much, but it does give us some vitamins. We have water. So yeah, I think that's about it. There's nothing back here that we can loot. The door is up front. So no truck, no ATV in this town. Lots of zombies in this town. Don't particularly love that, but it is what it is, and we're gonna have to make do with that. And then can we just put everything? No. We need a button to put everything away. Although that would be pretty annoying to have our bandages in a crate while we're needing those and bleeding out and all the things. Okay, so map. Our outpost is here. We are up here. We have an outpost here as well. We could potentially just go up here. Have we been here and here? I'm not sure. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know for sure. Have we been over here? I have no idea. I would like to get over there as well, so we might go back down here today. And then in the next episode, maybe we'll go up here, and then loop around and stay over here the night. Something else that I would like to do is get over here and here today. But I think this video is getting super, super long, so hopefully it's not too long and you guys are still able to enjoy it. But I might head over here in the next episode first, and then here before we actually go back home, and then up here, here, and here in the next one. I'm not sure yet. I know one thing's for sure. We're going to find the truck. Even if we don't get it repaired, we're going to find the truck. I know it's not here, here, or here because we did do all three of these in one day, as well as this one. It could potentially be, I don't think it could be in either of these towns at all because I think we've looted those. So I think it could be maybe here or here, maybe even up here. I don't know, guys. But anyway, I think we're going to search this northern area next to look for that. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate all of your support on this channel and on this series as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're looking forward to future episodes, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day.